Hi, and welcome to your 30-minute yoga session. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kathleen, and I offer the yoga sessions, the meditation sessions, breathwork sessions, and I am very happy to have you here. So if you're doing this on catch up, you can see our setting is a little different. You're going to want to have your mat at the wall instead of just in the middle of a room. We're going to use the floor and the wall to support us in opening the body. So I hope you enjoy this practice. It's some of my favorite work. If you're doing this on catch up, please leave a comment. Let me know that you were here and that you did your yoga for the day. All right, let me get our link out. Those of you who are already here, please say hi. Welcome. All right. Looking forward to this morning session very much. Get this link out here. Morning, everyone. Welcome. Say hi if you've just popped on. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you are feeling. I hope you've all had a good week. We had crazy weather over the weekend, lots of rain, massive thunderstorm and showers here. So everything is feeling very fresh. But yesterday we had a beautiful day and went for a nice walk yesterday outdoors, went for a nice swim, and it was just such a perfect way to the start of the week. Brenda, enjoy the catch up later. How's everyone feeling? How's everyone feeling on their programs? I'd love to know where you are on your program, if you're joining in on the weeks of the launch or if you're doing it at self-paced, and what are you on? Please, if you'd like, even Khanso, good morning. If you'd like to, you can even tag the instructor whose program you're doing. I'm sure they'd love to see that you are busy with their program. Pat, good morning, beautiful Pat. Gavin, how are you? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Welcome, everyone. And so lovely to have you here. Let me just get this quickly. Dun, dun, dun. Say hi, everyone. Just going to do something quickly. There we go. And in the meanwhile, how is everyone doing? I must say it's been a crazy couple of weeks, especially Dom and I filming the Yoga and Pilates Fusion program. We had so much fun putting it together, and it's been so great hearing everyone's feedback. I think it was quite challenging in a good way, but lots of build-up, so you could really take it at your own pace. And it's been lovely to see how through the last couple of weeks people have been building strength, core strength, arm strength. I heard a lot of, I wouldn't say complaints, but a lot of chit chat about glutes after yesterday's session, which is always a good thing. Everyone loves a little sore glute every now and then. And how's everyone doing on the other programs? Good morning, Joe. Good morning, lovely. How's everyone else doing on the other programs? Yeah, I'd love to hear. I'm super proud of everyone. It's been so great to see. I know this time of year becomes super busy. Time starts speeding up, guys. October, November, December, time just starts speeding up. I feel like we were at Tuesday yesterday. That's how quick the weeks are passing by. Morning, Nola. So I think it's like super important at the moment to be really present in what you're doing, to not multitask. I was having a big chat about this with a student of mine the other day about not multitasking. We think we're being productive, but actually we're just spreading our energy really thin. And so I encourage you especially through today's practice, to not multitask in the mind. The next 30 minutes are not here for you to lie and plan your day. It's the opposite. The next 30 minutes are for you to simply be present, to put everything down. You've made this time for yourself, so don't steal away from it by allowing the mind to run rampant. Okay, just be present. Bring yourself back to your breath. I think you're really going to enjoy the postures that we're going to do today using the wall and the floor together. If we think of our normal practice, usually the floor is kind of the immovable part, whichever part of the body is connected to the floor is kind of unable to move. And now we've got floor and wall, so it makes for a very interesting practice. Nancy finally got the app. Oh yay, Nancy, I'm so glad that that's working. Sorry that you've had a little bit of trouble with that. These things happen, guys. Tick. Always trying to figure these things out and make them better, promise, but not always in our control. I also see that we've got some load shedding returning, so I hope we can all work around that. And yeah, we obviously love having you guys here live, but please, if you can't make the live yoga session because of load shedding, please make sure that you're still getting on your mat. Of course, Thursday session, yoga for runners, that's every Thursday. It's not just for runners. It is for everyone, but I know runners will particularly benefit from these sessions. And that you can do at any time of the day, whenever it suits you. There will also be a fresh new meditation this week. Who here did the meditation challenge last week? Put your hand up and let me know how you found it. Was there a specific day that you loved, or a specific meditation that you really loved? I'd love to hear that as well. I really enjoyed putting it together, and it's a little bit of a taster of that's to come. So I hope you guys are excited. I am very excited. I am working on something new for you all, and especially those of you who did the 7-day challenge. I think that you are really going to enjoy what is coming. You guys know we've always got something up our sleeve, always trying to bring you the best, always trying to bring you something fresh. And so I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Courtney Smith, good morning. So nice to see you here live. I hope you are doing the session, but if you're just checking in, that is so nice as well. And I'm glad you are excited. It's nice to be excited. It's good to like start your day and be like, wow, I'm actually really happy to start my day this way. And I think for me, that's become such an important part of my morning routine or my morning ritual, is that it's not a routine. It's not the same thing every day. My mornings look completely different. But the thing that remains the same is that I try and start my day every day by doing something that feels good. And so getting my body and my mind in a good place before I start the day. Your biggest fan. Stop it on, Courtney. Stop it on. We've got about a minute to go. Henny, if you'll just drop the banner off quickly, just so I can show the wall space behind me. You guys can see it's a little bit of a different setup today. So you're please going to need to put your mat at a piece of wall. The more space you can have either side on the wall, the better. But otherwise you can kind of just see how you can make it work. You might need to just shuffle around a little bit. Lisa Marie, good morning. And then of course, Dad, are you back to yoga? Nice to see you here, Daddy. I'm glad you are doing this session. Get your mat to a piece of wall, Dad. A door can also work. We're not going to be pressing hard on the surface. So you can also use the back of a door. And it is 7 o'clock. So, it's everyone, and welcome. We are going to start lying down on our backs. And you're going to bring your buttocks as close to the wall as you can. You might not be super close depending on how open your back line is. So some of you might be able to get the lower back grounded and the bum right against the wall with the heels up the wall. And for a moment, before we relax into the pose, I want you to make it super active. So squeeze through the thighs, squeeze through the kneecaps, draw the toes down towards the shins, and feel as though the heels are higher than the balls of the feet. You could even bring that leg a little closer for a moment if you like, just getting a little more of an opening here. And then you can place the legs back. And now you can relax the ankles and relax the legs. We're going to bring the arms up and back behind us. So place the back of the hands on the floor. Relax the elbows down. Take a little tuck of the chin so the back of the neck is long. Close the eyes and start to deepen the breath. And so this posture is just such an amazing posture for so many reasons. You can obviously feel that it is helping to lengthen the back line because the spine has full priority of length. But then you've got the legs at the wall. Again, your legs might not be straight. You might have a little bend in them. Perfectly normal, perfectly fine. You need to honor where your body is at. And then slowly but surely, the more you do this, the more you're going to get your legs straight. Opening that back line. And then, of course, we get to drain the legs here. So really good, seeing as though we're on our feet a lot of the day. We're sitting most of the day. And so getting the legs to invert for the lymph drainage, for circulation. And then also a very good pose for our nervous system. I want you to take 5 deep breaths here. Let's do it together. In through the nose. Out through the nose. In through the nose. Out through the nose. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, deep breath in. Hold the breath. And then a big sigh out. All right, you can slowly open the eyes. Going to start to bend your knees, bringing your thighs towards your chest. So again, you can bring your hands to your shins now, but if you need to wiggle a little further away from the wall, please feel free to do that. We're going to take our butterfly pose. So taking the knees out to the side, you're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Notice how here, perhaps, if you're trying to get your knees too far away from one another, the lower back's going to lift. I want you to rather focus on pressing the lower back down into the floor, and then maybe the knees are not as far apart, and that's fine. You can bring the hands to the thighs, not onto the knees, and maybe start to extend through the arms. So getting into inner groin here, and you might feel and see with your feet that your feet almost start to open like a book. So the inside of the feet start to move away from one another. Keep pressing that lower spine down into the mat. Keep that little tuck of the chin. And feel free to yawn. Feel free to sigh out. Really using this practice to release tension in the body and stress in the mind. Let's take one more breath here. All right, so then you're going to keep your left leg as is. We're going to move into a half straddle. So you're going to start to extend your right leg out to the side. So you're straightening your right leg towards the wall. External rotation, which means your right toes are going to be facing down. Keeping that left leg in your half butterfly. And you can start to draw the right leg a little closer down towards the floor. So getting deeper into inner groin here, you can give that right leg a little rub out. And just notice how nice this feels to have not only the support of the floor for the spine, but the support of the wall for the legs. And then you can relax both legs. If you love these poses from today, or if they, if you feel like you want to spend more time working on them, you could hold this for between, I'd say, a full minute all the way up to 3 minutes. Just relaxing into the posture and allowing the deeper tissues in the body to open. All right, you can bring your right hand to the outer right thigh. Bring the straight right leg all the way up. Bend the right knee and come back into your butterfly pose. Let's take that to the second side. So you're going to extend your left leg out. Left toes pointing down towards the floor. Fine, if you've got a little bend in that left leg, feel it out. This might be the first time that you're doing this kind of stretching. So just ease yourself into it. Don't go into, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Just explore. Use this as an opportunity to explore different shapes with the body. We find different mind-body connection. And as we move through those 5 breaths, can you continue to just allow this flow of inhales and exhales to keep moving through the body as we really start to flush the body with oxygen, waking up the body, waking up the mind, and really starting to increase the connection to our energy, our internal energy that we always have. So connecting to that. All right, take your left hand to the outer left thigh. Bring the left leg all the way up. Turn the right knee to face your chest, and then extend right leg up as well. Okay, from here we're going to shuffle slightly back on our mat. So a little worm movement until you can bring your shins parallel to the floor. Just feel this position. It can feel really nice in the lower back. I want you to draw abdominals down, rib cage knits in towards one another. Press firmly into the feet and press the lower back into the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades together a little more and slide the shoulder blades down the back body so that you really feel the shoulders move away from one another and the collarbones broaden. All right, figure 4. So again, you could take this left leg a little higher if you need to, and you could move yourself a little further away from the wall. And otherwise, you're going to bring that outer right ankle on top of left thigh. Keep the lower back glued to the mat. And then you can bring your right elbow down on the right side of the rib cage. Take the heel of the right hand, press it in towards that right thigh, like you're giving yourself an adjustment here. Left hand can just rest on left thigh. Keep pressure of that left foot into the wall, and then at the same time, instead of your tailbone curling up, I want you to press your lower back down and see if you can tilt your pelvis slightly forward. In other words, you're trying to lift the lower back slightly away from the floor, and just feel how much that increases the opening in that right hip. All right, well done. Release, right foot to the wall, switch. Again, left elbow can hug in next to the left rib cage. You can take the left hand to that inner left thigh. Open your eyes if they're closed. Look up to the ceiling and find a spot that you can focus on. Fully present in the practice, fully present in this posture. And for the last couple of breaths, again, see if you can lift the lower back slightly away from the floor by tilting your pelvis forward. Well done. Place left foot back onto the wall. Slide your feet down, roll over onto one side, and bring yourself up to sit. All right. So you're going to be on your shins. If sitting on your shins is just not accessible at all, please feel free to sit cross-legged. You're going to rotate yourself to face the long edge of your mat with the left side of your body towards the wall. Bring your hands shoulder distance. You can see I've got a little bend in my elbow. Depending on your shoulder mobility, you might need to move a little further away from the wall. From here, start to turn to face the wall and then keep your fingers back behind you as far as you can. So the fingers are kind of in between, facing completely to the left and facing up. The hands kind of at a diagonal line. Take your right hand and wrap it all the way around the front of the body to wrap to your left rib cage. And then from here, use that right arm to encourage the chest to roll to face, squaring off with the hips. Right hand releases down to right thigh. If this is already enough for you, if you can feel the stretch going on here around the shoulder, especially underneath the arm, into the armpits, you could stay here. To go a little deeper into this opening, you can start to relax right ear to right shoulder. So this can feel quite intense, so don't overdo it. Remember, you're not wanting to feel pain here. This is a really nice opening. This is an area that we carry so much stress and tension. And so you can actually do this every day. It'll make the biggest difference to your body and to your stress levels. Last couple breaths here. Relax your right shoulder down, soften your face. And if your ear is lower to your right shoulder, roll your chin to your chest and then bring the head up. Soften the shoulders, soften the arm, bring that left arm forward. Let's move to the second side. So you're simply going to rotate to have the right side of the body towards the wall, right hand in line with the right shoulder. Again, twist the spine to look towards the wall, and then creep that right hand back behind you as far as you can. You want your crease of your elbow to face up towards the sky. So the crease of the elbow is not facing the wall. The crease of the elbow is facing up towards the sky. Left hand around the rib cage. Start to twist the rib cage to square off with the hips. Place left hand to left thigh. And then if you kept the head up on the first side, you can keep your head as is here. Otherwise, you can start to left ear to left shoulder. Deep breaths. Stay present. Let the breath be your anchor to this present moment. Right, and then you can roll chin to chest, bring the head up, and relax right arm down. Rotate yourself to face the wall. You want to be able to have your hands on the wall, so you're leaning slightly forward. Again, if you need to sit cross-legged here, you could do that as well. You're going to walk your hands further up the wall and just start to melt the chest down. So this should feel quite nice around the upper back. Like we usually do in our downward dog, try and roll the outer shoulders forward towards the wall. So you're creating space between the inner shoulders and the neck. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Try and indulge into the movement. Try and really feel like you can stretch in like that first morning stretch in your bed when you yawn. Try get a few yawns out of your practice today. All right, and then you're going to come up. Come all the way up into your knees. Separate the knees to be hip distance. A little tricky setup here. We're going to move into a lunging shape. So you can take your right leg a little further back so that you can come onto that left foot. Right. Depending on your flexibility, you'll take your right knee a little further back. You can untuck the right toe. So this is like a runner's lunge variation. If the right knee feels quite sensitive here, as always, you can make sure that you can flip your mat under that knee or use a second layer of padding. Take your left foot out to the side. And even this already might be enough for some of you. You might be able to place your hands flat on the floor so you can see my spine is in a long diagonal line. If you want to go a little deeper, you can take your hands a little higher and start to sink the chest down between the arms. Keep wrapping those outer shoulders towards the wall. There's pressure in that left foot, lower belly is drawing back, you're supporting yourself in the posture. So you're not completely just collapsing into the joints or hanging out into your joints. Nice deep breaths here. Using the wall and the floor gives us a great opportunity to feel into our alignment of our body. It brings a lot more awareness as to what the body is doing in the different shapes. Well done. Bring the hands back down if they were up. Bring the hips back. Switch legs. Time to set up. Right foot out to the side. Then maybe this is where you stay. You might be able to sink the hips a little further down. Feeling for opening the front of that left thigh, left hip flexor, and then also feeling a lot going on around this right hip. And if you took the hands up on that first side, you can take the hands up on the second side and you're leaning forward. Keep supporting the lower back. Slight little contraction around the glutes and the abdominal wall drawing backwards. Doesn't have to be completely static. If you feel like you need a little movement here or there, feel free to take it. This is your practice and no one knows your body better than you do. I'm not here to instruct you into a pose where you need to stay. I'm here to teach you different postures that you can use to go deeper into your body, but at your own time. Well done. Press firmly into the hands. From here, bring your right foot a little further back. You're going to step all the way up to stand. And release the arms down. All right, you're going to take a little forward fold. You're going to move to face away from the wall. Feet can be about a shin's distance from the wall, like hip distance apart. Then you're going to bring your bum towards the wall. Going into our forward fold, again, as per usual, if you need that bend in your knees, take it. Bring your hands to your hips, and what I want you to feel here is as you take the chest forward, right? Feel how almost like a wheel turning. As your hips turn and rotate forward, you can feel how the buttocks slide up the wall. Okay, you could rest your hands on your thighs. You could even have your hands on blocks here, or maybe you're kind of softening all the way down. Arms can hang, head can relax down. Such a nice support for this pose. Opening back line as we did with our legs up the wall, but this time we're not inverting the legs, we're inverting the torso. Take a moment just to do a little full body scan. Notice where are the parts of the body that are. So you could move a little bit here, wiggle the shoulders around a little bit. You can nod the head, yes and no. You might feel quite a lot of activity around the back of the neck in this posture. Alright, and then to come up, you're going to take a little bend in the knees, like we normally do a spinal roll, heavy head, heavy arms. You're going to roll the spine all the way up to stand. Bring the hands to the walls, you press yourself away from the wall. I'll readjust my mat. Alright, Malasana squat. This is one of my favorite ways to practice it. A nice support here as well is to use a block. So you could place a block on the wall, and from here again you can use your hands on the wall. You're going to slide the buttocks down and you can come to sit on your buttocks. External rotation of these thighs, toes out, heels in. Bring the hands together, and if you can, bring the elbows to the inner thighs, press the legs apart. And feel the nice support now, having the wall behind you. So a block is really nice. You could use it on its lowest setting. You could use it on a higher setting. You could use it on its highest setting, or you could use 2 blocks. Or you're not using blocks. And the wall work requires a little bit of adjusting to find the posture. But then once you've found it, really try and bring the whole lower back towards the wall. I'm almost feeling like a little cobra gesture through the upper back as you lift up through the chest. Nice full deep breaths here. I'll stay for 2 more breaths. All right, well done. Okay, you might not need your hands, but if you need your hands, you can use your hands to press you against the wall. Otherwise, bring yourself forward, walk yourself into your downward facing dog. So you're changing the rotation of the thighs now. Again, you are about a shin's distance from the wall. The heels are about a shin's distance from the wall. Nice long downward dog. If you need a little more space, move yourself forward on your mat. But keep the diagonal line from the wrist to the shoulders to the hips. You're going to raise your right leg, place it on the wall behind you, tuck your toes under. Have a look at that leg. Make sure that the right knee and the right toes are facing down towards the floor. And then sink your chest down. So this might be enough for some of you. If you want to go a little deeper, you can walk your hands further back. You could perhaps bring that left heel to touch the wall. Some of you might walk the hands even further back, taking that leg further up the wall, and then relaxing the head down. So just see how you go. I'm going to take 5 breaths here. Strong in the arms, strong in the breath. All right, well done. After your 5 breaths, you're going to need to walk your hands forward. If you took them back, you can bring that left foot forward, and then bring right foot down to meet left. Let's come down onto the knees for a moment, sit back, take a big loop of the arms, take a couple little wrist rolls here, and we'll move to our second side. Find your downward dog. Start with the heels at shin's distance, and then left leg will come up towards the wall. You might even have this bottom heel a little bit lifted. Okay, again, it's your body. And if you're doing a lot of work that's going to make your body tight, your body's going to be tight. That's okay. The work you're doing now is maintenance. And then from here again, you'll take yourself as close to the wall as feels good for you. Relaxing the chest down towards the thigh. Arms are really strong and switched on here. Breath is really strong and switched on here. And then looking forward, if you took that right foot forward, step it back forward, bring the hands forward, find your downward dog. Moving through a little hanging cobra, so rock forward plank pose. Lower the hips, lift the chest. And then back into your plank, back into your down dog. Bring the knees to the floor, wide knee child's pose. Come onto the tops of the feet and release the head down. Completely soften the whole body now. You can roll the forehead a little side to side on your mat. Nice, and then we're going to roll the spine all the way up to 6. Come into a cross-legged seat. Let's bring left leg in front of right. Bring the lower back all the way back towards the wall. So the wall's really going to support you to sit nice and tall. You can sit cross-legged with the left leg in front of right, or if you'd like to take a half lotus, bringing that left foot on top of right thigh. So sole of the left foot facing upwards, right into the crease of that right hip. Palms down, grounding the body down, long through the neck, deepen the breath. Feeling the body fit into the right angle of the floor and the wall. And readjust as you need to really try and get, especially the pelvis, to be upright. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, slide them down. And feel how by pressing that upper back against the wall now, you can really keep the upper chest nice and broad. You can close the eyes. And take one more deep round of breath here. And then eyes can open. Change the cross of the leg, so either right leg in front or right foot on top for your half lotus. Again, palms down just to ground you. Try to keep the pelvis level and upright. All your little checks in your seat. Close the eyes. Couple last deep breaths here as you close your practice. a moment to thank yourself for showing up. Moment of gratitude for our bodies. Just setting the intention today to be present, to do one thing at a time with full awareness, instead of a million things at one time with very little of your awareness on any of them. Being fully present in what you're doing, raising the quality of the experiences that you'll have. You can open the eyes. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Well done. Thank you for joining. If you're doing this on catch up, I hope that you enjoyed the practice. If you have any questions, if you're not sure which body part was supposed to be where in which pose, or something didn't feel right, please reach out. It is my favorite conversations to have. So I'd love to chat to you about it. And if you're doing this on catch up, leave a comment. In any case, let me know how you found that. Well done, everyone. And thank you to those who are here live with me. It's so nice to know that there are others on their mats all over the country, all over the world, practicing together at the same time. It's actually a really beautiful thing. Let me know how that was, everyone. I want to hear how it was. All right, let's just see here. Goeiemôre Esmarie. Asof ek jou so lank laas gesien het. Courtney, have a great day. No, Nola, that's terrible. Lisa, I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Amisha, so glad that you enjoyed that. Feeling calm and relaxed, Gavin. I'm so happy to hear that. Well done, everyone. The wall is your friend. There's so many things you can do with a wall. So it's a great prop. So like our first kind of prop that we use in our practice is our mat and the floor. Then we have our other yoga props, our blocks, our straps, our bolsters, our cushions. And we also have the wall, which is really an amazing prop to use for your practice. Pleasure, Daddy. Nancy, glad you enjoyed that. Yeah, my boys are outside these days, so they're just too much. Essie, bye, like a yo, need there. And Nancy, I'm so glad you enjoyed the wall. Lindilwa, so glad that you enjoyed that. Lovely to have you here. And other than that, everyone, Catherine, Collins, have a beautiful day. Much love to you all. Keep an eye out for the new Yoga for Runners and meditation on Thursday. And then there will also be an extra special surprise coming up from me to you. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Move slow. Be present. Bye.